After talking to over 10 different auto styling shop owners, all making more than $100,000 every single month, I realized there are only 3 marketing strategies that you need in order to hit that level and beyond. So in this video, I'm going to go over exactly what these strategies are, how you can implement them in your business, and why they're so effective. So the first strategy that we're going to be talking about is focused on the commercial side. This side of the business is going to bring consistency and it's going to bring reliability compared to the retail side. Once you lock in a dealer, they're typically going to send you a good amount of volume month after month, even when the retail side of the business is slower, which is why the first thing we're talking about is locking in these commercial clients. It's going to give you the consistency and the cash flow to set up these strategies that we talk about further down the line that are focused more on the more profitable retail side of the business. Now, when I've talked to every single one of these shop owners about what's the best way to actually lock up these dealers, they all see the exact same thing. Nothing will beat walking in and having a genuine conversation with the general manager, with the director, with whoever is in charge of making that decision. It's a completely free way to get clients and it is extremely effective. Plus, you're always going to have the highest close rate selling in person versus on the phone because there's more natural trust. It's also a relatively easy sell. You're offering them a way to make more money. So with that said, what is the best way to actually go about closing these clients? Well, the first thing you need to do is map out a route. Typically, when you're going to go and walk in, you want to hit multiple at the same trip. Instead of just doing, going out, hitting one and coming back, hit 4, 5, 6 all in the same go. Now, once you've got your map route and you're actually going out, when you walk into the dealer, the first thing that you need to be is just confident. You need to show confidence, find the general manager, the service director, again, whoever the decision maker is, and then go over what you're offering. Explain to them, why are you there? You run an auto styling shop. You have a risk-free way for them to make more money per customer. And then explain how the partnership is going to work, the specifics that you want. Give them the price that you're going to complete the work at, and also the suggested retail price that they can resell your service for to their customers. Typically, you want to try and price yourself in a way that allows the dealer to keep anywhere from a 30 to 50% spread on the service. Much less than this, and it's going to be difficult to get them to bite. Remember, they need to keep their money too. They're not just getting, or you're not just doing this for nothing for them. Like, they're risking their reputation when they work with you. So they need to make sure that it is actually worth it. Then it's also a good deal to offer a trial of some kind. 50% off the first 3 services just to get in the flow of working together and have a test run where you guys can make sure you actually align is a great way just to make sure that you're locking in as many of these dealers as possible, and also giving both of you, not just the dealer, but you as well, the peace of mind that it is someone that you want to work with, because not all dealers are dealers that you want to work with, even if they're willing to pay you. Now, if you've done a good job up to this point, it's pretty likely that you're going to at least get accepted for the trial period. Pretty likely does still mean less than 50%. It's not an easy sale to make on the first time, but more likely than not. So all you need to do from here is deliver on the services, do an amazing job with quality, turnaround time, etc. And you've got a good chance of locking that dealer in. Now, like I said, even though you're going to have a much better chance using this offer, using this strategy than you typically would, probably more than half the dealers aren't just going to move forward on that first walk-in, and they're going to need some extra convincing. That's normal. You just need to keep following up with them. Keep walking in. One of the shop owners that I was talking to had been attempting to close one dealer for over 8 months. And he didn't have any luck for that entire 8-month stretch, but when it finally worked, he closed the contract just like that and had an extra $15,000 to $25,000 every single month in consistent revenue. So create dealers, or create a route, get your first touch point, explain what you're doing, how you're bringing value, offer a trial, and even if they say no at first, keep stopping by. Bring them some donuts, build some rapport, and eventually, with enough persistence, you're going to close enough contracts to give you that baseline of revenue in your business. Now, once you have locked up those first few contracts and you've got that consistent revenue, it's going to be time to focus on the retail side of the business, because typically you're going to have higher profit margins and you're going to have more scale on this side. Now, there's 2 main marketing methods for the retail side of the business. And the first is Facebook ads. Facebook ads are great because they don't take much time to optimize. Straight out the gate, you're going to be flooded with leads for an extremely cheap cost per lead, but the lead quality from Facebook is not going to be amazing. An average close rate we see is 5 to 15%. Your cost per lead is typically very low, so that does make up for the lead quality quite a bit. And also, if you do need fast customers straight in the door, you want a lot of opportunities to sell, Facebook ads are the best solution for you. Now, how do you actually set up Facebook ads? What do you need to focus on in your ad setup? There's three main variables that you need to nail, and the first is campaign structure. Without the right campaign structure, you're not going to be able to test efficiently to find what works or scale your campaign. Now, if you want a full in-depth guide on exactly how to structure your campaign, there's a completely free guide in the description below. Click the link, you can get it 100% free. But as a brief overview, typically you want to have one campaign, 2 to 4 ad sets to start with, where you're testing things like the offer, audience, and the placements, and then 2 to 4 ads inside of each ad set, where you're testing things like the copy, the headlines, the creative or the video, and then the actual form. Now, once you've got the campaign properly structured, it's time to make your video. The video is the most important part of your campaign. It's what people are actually going to see, so you need to nail this. The main things that you're going to want to focus on in the video are hooking the viewer in, offering the viewer whatever it might be, a discount, value, whatever your service is, and then tell them what they need to do next. Have a clear call to action. And once you've structured your campaign and your creatives are ready to go, you're finally good for initial launch. But you need to make sure to optimize your campaign, or your success will be either non-existent or very short term. So the third piece of your ads is going to be optimization. You need to gather data around your initial test, shut off the losing variables, and create new ads based on the winning variables. This is a never-ending process that you're going to need to repeat for as long as you're running ads for. For example, on the first test, you're going to be split testing hooks, audiences, placements, etc. Once you find what are the winning hooks, what audience is doing the best, what placements are doing the best, you're going to shut the losers off and replicate or duplicate new ads that are based on the winners and continue to innovate on that. Now, once you've done these three things, structured your campaign, made killer creatives, and optimized your campaign, your Facebook ads will be highly profitable, bringing a consistent stream of customers. But there's one more marketing strategy that just may be the best of the three, and that is going to be Google Ads. Google Ads have extremely high lead quality. You're probably going to be closing anywhere from 25 to 50% of leads from Google, but they do take longer to optimize and start bringing leads than Facebook. Just like with Facebook ads, there's really three main things to focus on with Google Ads. With Google, the first thing you're going to want to do is keywords. You need to make sure your ad is showing up on the right searches. You don't want to show up on things like cheapest, cost, etc. What you do want to be showing up for is things like quality, near me, expert, those types of keywords. So make sure your keywords are dialed in and you're showing up when you want to. Now, once you've got your keywords good, it's time to focus on the headlines and descriptions. Typically, you want both of these to be as closely aligned with your keywords as possible. For example, if someone's looking up Tesla PPF near me, you'd want your ad to say something like expert Tesla PPF, PPF pros for Tesla, something like that. Obviously, that's off the top of the head, but make your keywords and your headlines and descriptions as closely related as possible. Now, once you've got those things both locked in, you're going to need a landing page to convert those clicks into leads. And your landing page is going to have three main aspects once again. Number one is going to be the loading speed. Nobody wants to wait around for your site to load. They're going to click off. Number two is the headline. Most people are only going to read the headline, so this is the part that really needs to be dialed in, fully locked up. And number three is going to be your call to action. You need a clear next step for the audience to take, and it's easy as that. If you lock these three things in, your Google ads will be good to go. Now, click the video on screen to continue learning how to scale your shop. If you want to fast track things, book a one-on-one call with me using the link in the description below, and I will talk to you there.